show, but Jim Carrey did. He said he wasn't ready yet.
Hey, get your hands off the mic. I swear to God, I'll hit you.
Okay.
Otherwise, it was just like, I was like a Vietnam vet. There are the rest of Canada. We need help down here.
Until now.
James Eugene Carrey was born January 17, 1962 in Newmarket, Ontario, Canada, and is the youngest of 4 children of Kathleen, a homemaker, and Percy Carrey, an accountant and jazz musician, a superstar actor and comedian that changed comedy forever. Let's go back to the beginning. Jim Carrey's adolescence took an early turn for the worst. However, when the family was forced to relocate from the cozy town in Newmarket to Scarborough, a suburb,
would be that they say, gosh, we need to get him back to do what an audience tends to think they like to see him doing best.
See, that's the illusion. There are no powers to be. It's all, what you want to do. And at this point, I could do anything I want to do. I could go with a roll of toilet paper and go, I want to make the roll of toilet paper, and they would go, okay. So you mess yourself up with the opportunity that you have. So for me, it was just, Liar was a chance to do both the craziness that I'm known for and also to have relationships with people and real chemical reactions to my son and, be a little bit more reality-based.
Now, you seem to be in pretty good shape physically. You work out all the time?
I'm totally working out.
Yeah, really? Yeah.
Garbage. I think there's not enough of it on the airwaves. I can't get enough of it, man.
I just want to.
Let's cut to Florida. Quick, cut to Florida. 130,359.
There's Miami.
Gore. 130,336. Bush. Oh, hold on, wait. Hey, get out of the light!
He dropped out of high school. He worked on his celebrity impersonations for months in front of the mirror, making faces, working on his impressions, perfecting his craft over and over and over again. His famous impressions Michael Landon and James Stewart. And in 1979, he worked up the nerve to move to LA. And this is where the story gets interesting.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Feeling a little strange tonight, and I'm not sure why. No, I'm kidding you. That's just a little bit of a physical gag to get the show started off with a bang. And, well, you won't be seeing much more physical humor in my show. Well, now that I'm warmed up.
I'm on a hit comedy show. Just 1 second, man. I'm on a hit comedy show. I have a couple of films in the can, and I'm close personal friends with Michael Wolff. So frankly, I was expecting a much bigger response.
That was a funny clip.
Thank you.
And Tone Loc is a cop?
That's a funny hairdo over there, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. I thought it was in New York Harbor for a second. It's like, it's beautiful, man. It's all about immigration. This country's for everyone. Yeah, I know. I'm happy with the movie. I'm pretty happy with it. It was interesting doing it. I'm glad that the clip that you used was short because, like a lot of very intense film actors, I hate to watch myself. I'm just my own worst critic,
Yeah.
I mean, even when I'm watching myself in home movies as a baby, I sit there and I go, damn it, I should have spit up. You know? Why couldn't I have thrown my food? Because I know what it could have been.
Following his time on In Living Color in 1990, he transformed from TV goofball to headliner with his breakout film Ace Ventura: Pet Detective in 1994. Jim Carrey absolutely took over 1994. That was his year.
Your Christmas.
I made that whole thing up.
What?
I'm sorry. I guess I just wanted to seem interesting. I guess there's a real danger of that on this show.
There's a pressure.
Well, yeah,
yes.
people come out and they've run out of anecdotes, you know,
Yeah.
and they just start making stuff up.
Yeah.
Like that Neil Armstrong guy. Have you seen him on the talk shows?
Neil Armstrong, you mean the first man to walk on the moon?
Talk about a fish story.
Yeah.
Man, and they're buying it.
Oh, yeah. Now, you seem to be in pretty good shape physically. You work out all the time?
I'm totally working out.
Yeah, really, yeah.
Separated from the rest of the world and what's going on?
No, not separated at all. In fact, it's the exact opposite. You know, don't get me wrong, you know, Jim Carrey is a great character, and I was lucky to get the part. But I don't think of that as me anymore.
You don't? Not at all?
Not really, no. I used to be a guy who was experiencing the world, and now I feel like the world and the universe experiencing a guy.
I think we got a
kind of
little
been a
taste
shift.
of that just a moment ago, yeah.
Yeah.
And does the beard have anything to do with that?
Well, here's the thing, the beard, yes. Everywhere I go, people talk about the beard. They go, what are you doing? Why are you growing a beard? Why are you growing a beard? It's like they can't really think about anything else. It's just not, you know, cohesive. There's something different about me, and it's that damn beard. And wherever I show up, it becomes the story, you know?
Right.
It's a bigger star than me at this point.
Mm-hmm. And is that good?
It has its own Twitter.
It does?
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah. Thank God it likes me.
Maybe it'll be president one day, you know?
Exactly. Well,
that's the first step
now, right? But yeah, it's just weird. And I always say it's the question is not why are you growing a beard. The question is why am I growing a beard and still shaving my balls? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. No, you're right. It really
doesn't.
It
doesn't make any sense at all. I think it's like a balance thing, you know? It's like, you know, if I'm shaved down and then I got to do this, you know? So if I ever shave my face again, you'll know.
Where it went?
There's a full beard somewhere.
Well, you look. I think it looks good. It looks good on.
Which is an epic position for Jim Carrey. But now, something strange went on in 1998. 1998. Jim Carrey traded the megabucks and silly grins to star in Pete Weir's The Truman Show, which was a show following a naive salesman who doesn't know he's actually on a TV. He's on a TV show. His entire life has been a lie, and he thinks he's going to work, living his life, come back home to his wife. Unknowingly, there's an audience watching him and laughing at his every move, which is kind of a bit of euphemism or a presentation to what we see in our real lives today following the social media era, which didn't happen yet in 1998. It was a bit of a foreshadowing to what was to come for our future living in the Truman Show. Now, he won a Golden Globe for that performance, and one of his famous quotes from Jim Carrey is, "Until Ace Ventura, Pet Detective 1994, no actor had considered himself talking through his ass," which was a very funny quote from Jim Carrey. Deep down, he just wants to do stand-up comedy and make people laugh, right? But from the Truman Show, we can see there's something deeper going on. Jim Carrey was never really himself ever since his first debut for stand-up comedy at Youth Geeks. He was always putting on a character, an impression, a facade, a mask. He was never a real person. He was only an object of laughter, an object of comedy, an object to make people laugh, an object of entertainment. He was never real. Now, who is the real Jim Carrey? Well, he was just a homeless kid. Poor kid from a poor background whose dad was an accountant who lost his job. Working 8-hour shifts at the Titan Mill. That's Jim Carrey. A kid who would make impressions at the mirror for 10 hours a day, staring at himself, making crazy faces. That's Jim Carrey. The man who became a superstar actor by wearing a mask. That's Jim Carrey. That's the real Jim Carrey. But it's more mundane than we actually want it to be. This grandiose ending, this grandiose crescendo. But instead, it's just a simple man who has been through hell and puts up a mask for Hollywood. That is the real Jim Carrey. And the Truman Show is the greatest representation of who he is. It's like staring in the mirror. You look at our and see our mundane, messed up lives. Well, Jim Carrey is only a mask. Thank you for watching. Remember, Jim Carrey is only a mask.